Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 8 of this unboxing of 10-part series, and it's a whole bunch of Heritage Auction wins. These are some pretty big books inside here, some cool books that I won through Heritage Auctions. So we're going to get right into it. Got to do some slicing and dicing because they wrap it really, really well. And there's some pretty cool books. I actually won some really great books from Heritage Auctions. Some I kind of paid up for, some I got for really great deals. You know, it's always hit or miss. You know, sometimes you get really lucky on the auctions, sometimes not so much. I'd say I bet, 50-50. I'd say sometimes I overpay, sometimes I get it for a really great price. So let's get into it. Okay, there's a bunch of slabs. These are all slabs. Oh, this one I totally got. This one was like, oh my goodness, this was a home run. This is a home run, definitely. Okay, so one sec here. This one. And this is a home run too. There was two that were just, I couldn't believe. I got a steal in 2 books. I'll show you the 2. Okay, so let's get into them. This first one was a total steal. I think I got this for like, I don't know, like 50 bucks. It's like insane. It was really like, I got this first, it was like maybe a little bit more than that. Maybe it was just under 100. But still, you'll see, it was a steal. It was a total steal. This is the book, Patsy Walker #2. I mean, this is a really early Patsy Walker #2. And I got it and it's in a 5.0. Nice, solid grade, really presents well. Older case, actually. It's an older CGC case, but geez, this is such a great book. Like, I actually think, looking at it, it's a 5.0. Yeah, it's probably graded correctly. But it's just a really nice presenting book. Yeah, so this is from 1945. Beautiful book, and I got it for such a great price. I was so happy when I won this because I like Patsy Walker. I think it's a cool series, and I'm happy to get whenever I can get early Patsy Walkers for a good price. I'm always excited. So this was a big book to get such a great price. Okay, so that's the first one. This next one is interesting. This is Key Comics #1. And it's just a crazy cover. Like the girl is like slugging the guy with like a lamp or something. I'm not sure what that is, but she's like slugging him, like going right through his face. It's just craziness. And it's just a great Good Girl art cover. So I thought this was, wow, this is totally me. so crazy. So this is the first appearance of Gail Leary. And it's, yeah, Key Comics #1, a 4.0. Nice presenting copy. Very nice. So sometimes, like, this is a CBCS cover, label and comic grade. But I think, this is like one of those things. You sometimes get these for really cheap prices. Actually, this was another really good steal. I think I paid like $150 range for it. Yeah, probably if it was a CGC case, it would be like $200 or $300. I don't know why CBCS doesn't get the love that it deserves, because they grade just as hard as CGC does. This next one is kind of a run filler for me. I've been collecting Mr. Mystery. I've been trying to get the complete run of Mr. Mystery. I'm actually only missing 1 or 2 issues now of Mr. Mystery, and so I just picked up this one. This is number 14. And it's not one of the better covers in my opinion. It's a cool cover. You got the guy going up into the attic and all these monsters are coming out into the light, but it's not one of the better covers. There's some really cool covers for this series, but this is still somewhat, it's still okay. It's got, the monsters are pretty freaky looking. This guy's got like his brain coming out, and it's kind of weird, like a chimera or chimera. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Chimera. creature, and sort of like a one-eyed creature and stuff. Just a bunch of evil-looking monsters coming out. So yeah, so that's a kind of interesting one. But this one, this was like a major steal. Like, I don't know why nobody bid on this one. I was like, oh my goodness, I just won it. I didn't think I had a chance of winning this, because I actually bid on this once before on my comic shop. And they actually had a low-grade copy of it, and it went for a lot of money. I was like, oh, I'm never going to win this book. Even if a low-grade one goes for this kind of big money, how am I ever going to get anything that looks even half decent? So this is a 2.5 copy of Weird Chills #2. And this is just a great Bernard Bailey cover. And it's just like, you know, it's like, look at his eye. He's getting tortured by these little goblins. It's like, you know, it's like really interesting. Like this one's like pounding something into his, like he's got a little mallet and he's like pounding into his eye. Like this other one's like pulling his eyelid down, and this one's like putting a thing through his lip. It's just a crazy cover. Great pre-code horror cover, and it presents really, really nicely. The big flaw, the reason it's probably a 2.5, is this one corner piece that's missing. But other than that, it presents really well. It's a really good looking book, except for that corner missing. So sometimes you can get some really nice books for a great price. I think I paid $300 for this. Now the last time I saw the lower grade, I think it sold for over $1,000. So I was really excited to get this book for such a great price. So that's that one. Okay, the next one is, gotta take this one out of the bag too. Okay. So another slab. This is Cowpuncher, another series that of many series that I'm trying to get. This is a really just great good girl art cover. You got this girl just sort of, I don't know what she's doing. She's probably thinking, well, what am I going to do with all these cowboys running at her? This guy looks like he's trying to save her. This is, yeah, Al Ulmer cover. Just really great Cowpuncher. It's in a reasonable grade too. So Cowpuncher #3. I think the reason this one got kind of docked is it has this big stain right there in the middle. But other than that, it presents really, really nicely. I'll show you the back as well. And so Al Ulmer is one of these artists that I'm learning more and more about, and I'm really enjoying his artwork. So I'm probably going to find more of his stuff. But I like these Cowpunchers. Lots of really great good girl art in them. And he did most of them, so it's always good. Okay, we got one more stack of Harry's options. There's one in here that I won that I actually didn't mean to win. It's kind of a funny, I don't know. It's actually kind of a cool win, but I don't know. I was kind of like, okay, I guess I won it. And I'll show you that first. Okay, one second. Let me just get some of the plastic off. Okay, there we go. So this first one is, I paid, so I won it on a $3 bid. It was like, and then there was always the buyer's premium, which is an extra $30 or something like that. So it was, I think it was like $33 altogether. And it's just a weird little collection. So it's this, and I'll show you what it is. I won this for $30. So it's a bunch of signed things. Like, we'll see. I'll show you once I get it out. Okay, so this is, oh, actually, oh, there's some other stuff in here. So this is, okay, so this is some stuff not related. So it's just this collection here, okay? And what it is you got this weird yellow boy thing. And I've actually looked these up online. This little stand, it is, like, they actually sell for like 20, 30 bucks. Just this by itself. I don't know why. And then it has like this little cutout letter, okay? And then it came with like a cutout from a comic that is signed by To Lorraine from Joe Palooka Hubbard. Okay, so basically it's by the creator of Joe Palooka signed this. Okay, and then here's another one where it's the actual proper signature. It's Milton Caniff. So To Lamore from Milton Caniff. So it's like a little autograph thing. It's like so weird. And then it's like, as I said, these kind of weird like clippings that he must have sent her. It must have been a letter, and then he just sent all these like little things to her, and it was just sort of, I don't know. It's a weird little collectible. You know, it's a real signature from the artist. So something that maybe a Milton Caniff fan would love. But it was just sort of a weird thing. I just saw it. I don't know why. I just felt, hey, why not? $3. So I thought I was going to get outbid. I wasn't even going to bid higher. If the next guy said, okay, I'm going to $4, I would have lost the auction on, because I wasn't really trying to win it, but I won it, and it's like, you know, it's kind of a cool signature. But yeah, that's, I don't know. It's just really weird. Okay, this next one was kind of a fun one. Okay, so this was another good win, actually. I got this for like 80 bucks, I think. This is Comedy Comics number 18. And it's just a great bondage cover. Got this little piggy in bondage. These two other piggies in bondage. And you got Super Rabbit coming in and trying to save the day. He's like punching one guy, and he's blocking the shot of the other guy. Just a fun cover. Yeah, I think it's kind of cute. Okay, there's that one. And this was one of the bigger wins, actually, of the whole auction. This is Boy Comics number 3. Now, this is a pretty major comic, actually. This is the very first Boy Comics. Even though it's number 3, actually started at number 3. They didn't have a number 1 or number 2. It started with issue number 3. And this is the very first appearance of Crime Buster. So this is Crime Buster's first appearance. It is also the first appearance of Iron Jaw. So 2 major characters for Boy Comics. And it's also the first appearance of Squeaky the monkey. But the funny thing about this, sort of because he has a monkey as a pet, they decided, hey, we're going to give away free monkeys. So you can see that right here. Look, free monkeys, win a real free monkey, 25 prizes. You can win a free monkey. So you can buy the comic and win a free monkey. Maybe this is a winning comic. I don't know. I can maybe still get that monkey. It might not be too healthy, but I will see if I can get it. So yeah, this is just a cool comic. You know, first appearance of 2 major characters, Crime Buster and Iron Jaw. Okay, so that's that one. I was pretty excited to win that. I don't know. When I get into a series, I feel like I have to get all the keys for it. I don't know. It's a thing. Yeah, this next one is an interesting one. This is Inside Crime, number 3, but it's actually issue number, again, this is, I don't know why they start at number 3 and then it's actually issue number 1. So this is number 3, but it's actually issue number 1. So Inside Crime number 1, basically. This is a L.B. Cole cover, and just a really cool book, a nice Good Girl art cover. So I was quite excited to get this one too, and it also has Wally Wood art inside. Okay, this next one is a Canadian White, And if you're not familiar with Canadian Whites were basically comics that were produced in Canada during the prohibition of comics from the US from coming into Canada. So we basically didn't have the access to American comics. We had to produce our own for a while. And the ones we produced in Canada were on very subpar quality paper and stuff. Like, it was like toilet paper that they used to produce these comics. They just were on the worst quality paper, and a lot of them just fell apart. And this is one that survived, and actually it's a really nice copy. Let me just pull it out of the plastic. Okay, so this is a nice 4.0. And, you know, that's actually high grade. These things are incredibly rare. Like, I think there's only this one on the census. I'm not sure if there's even 2 on the census. And this is a really cool Japanese propaganda cover. So you got the Japs being just covered in water. And I think that's Freelance. I'm not sure if that's Freelance, who that is. Or Commander Steel. Okay, sorry, Commander Steel. And, yeah. Just a kind of a cool comic. Yeah. So Grand Slam Comics number 53. Nice. Canadian White. These are really rare. And I'm gradually picking up more and more of them. Just gradually building my Canadian White collection. I have about 6 or more than that now. Maybe about 10 Canadian Whites in my collection. This next one, I thought it was a really great deal. I just thought, hey, it's kind of a cool cover, high grade. You know, it's a 7.0. Famous Funnies, number 204 from 1953. And it's just a great Japanese propaganda cover. Like, you got these Japs on the cover. Unbelievable but true. You know, and you got this crazy Japanese cover. Just like these war ones are really interesting. I'm not sure if this is Japanese or the Chinese Red Army, actually. Because 53, that would be Chinese. That would be the Chinese Red Army. Sorry, Chinese Red Army, not Japanese. They're not Japanese. So these are Chinese soldiers. So this would be during the Korean War, basically. So we got, yeah. Famous Funnies, 206. 204. Yeah, so almost messed up which war it was. Okay, last one. And this one I already had, but I just wanted to get a slabbed copy in a little bit higher grade. It is a restored book, though. So that's kind of funny. I buy a higher grade, but it's restored. I actually have a lower grade, unrestored copy. So this is a 4 or 5. It was a really great price. So I was like, I might as well. It was like $100 or something like that. Which I thought was a great price for this book. This is a Lily Renee cover. I like Lily Renee. So she did a lot of really great Good Girl art covers. Her stuff on Abbott and Costello was really, really cool. You gotta check that series out and look for the Lily Renee covers. They're just really awesome. But she did a lot of these comic covers for Fight Comics. And she was the artist that basically did the character Rio, Mademoiselle Rio, who was kind of like this spy girl. And this is Lily Renee doing her first time on the cover. So, yeah. So, interior cover has a full page ad for Movie Comics number 1. Matt Baker art, Lily Renee cover, and art. So this would also have Matt Baker art inside as well. So, lots of great stuff going on in that one. And that is it for my Heritage Auction wins. Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And thanks again for watching. Bye for now.